Hey guys, before we start this video, I just want to recommend that you subscribe to the channel. I've got a bunch more WoW content, Project Ascension, and New World content coming out for the rest of the month, and hopefully beyond. So, if you want to see more of my videos, click the subscribe button below, and I hope you enjoy the video. What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back again with a brand new video, and today I've got a really cool class to show you guys from the Conquest of Azeroth Alpha, and that is the Knight of Xoroth. This is a really cool take, guys, on what a Death Knight really should have been. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so the Knight of Xoroth. This is so sick. It's kind of like a Death Knight, but, you know, if they had done it right, I mean, that's just my opinion from what I've seen from other players and what I'm looking at so far. So the Knight of Xoroth is a melee class that focuses on, well, just anything that has to do with the dead. Think like a butcher, something like that. It's all about battle, it's all about war, it's all about killing, and that's pretty sick. So let's see, this is what I start with. First of all, I have meat cleaver. It looks like I'm going to be using rage. Instant melee attack, 5-second cooldown, deals 11 to 14 physical damage to an enemy and grants you 1 stack of Deathfire, generates 20 rage. I'm not really sure what the Deathfire is going to be for, but I also have one other ability. I'm not seeing it in its own section, but I have it nonetheless. Herald of War generates 2 rage every 3 seconds and increases my armor pen rating by 30% of my strength. In addition, it reduces the cooldown of meat cleaver and meat saw. You can see it's all about meat, right? Being a butcher of the dead, by 33%. This lasts until canceled, so this is like a permanent buff that I just get for being a Knight of Xoroth. But that's not it. I saw more. Only one Herald effect can be active at a time, shares a cooldown with other Herald effects, so I should be getting more. So I'm really excited to play this guy. You guys did vote for him. He just inched out over the Witch Doctor, and the Witch Doctor will be the next class I show as a direct result of that. But yeah, I'm really excited to jump in, see how this class does. A new take on a Death Knight, so to speak, the Knight of Xoroth. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Level 4 will be our next ability, then 7, then 10, and we'll be jumping into some BGs and just testing the character as much as we can. Very interesting. So it looks like once I used my meat cleaver, I got a brand new resource bar. This must be the stacks of Deathfire that meat cleaver mentioned. So I'm sure at level 4, or hopefully at least by 7, right, we get something to spend Deathfire on. I really like that there's a bunch of new resources. It is kind of reminding me of what Tinkers have, but it's far slower, obviously, as this is not ammo, right? It's something completely different. But I really like the aesthetic, and I don't know, the cool thing about this one is, I mean, who could possibly tell what the Knight of Xoroth is going to be, right? I mean, I could probably guess what a Tinker or a Necromancer is going to be, but I probably couldn't guess what the Knight of Xoroth is going to be on my first try. I mean, look at these tomes, right? Flesh Warden War, Flesh Warden Hellfire, and Flesh Warden Defiance. In other words, Defiance and Hellfire and War are my specs, my talent specs, my ability specs, so to speak. I mean, we only started with War, but we'll get the other ones as we continue. Those just sound amazing, man, and I really have no idea what could be in there. I mean, I could just click on it, right? But you know what? Let's leave some stuff up to, you know, the surprise factor. Let's just level up and just see what we get. Okay, so we just got a brand new ability, and it's a pretty badass one. It's called Flames of Zoroth. So basically, I'm building up these Deathfire stacks, right? And what Flames of Zoroth does is it does like a Dragon's Breath effect. I'll show it to you here. That's pretty sick, right? And it does pretty decent damage. Now, what it's also going to do, as you can see, is a 40% attack speed slow and a 30% spell haste slow, if you want to call it that, right, for 10 seconds. So I've actually played against these guys. I know that they're pretty strong. I'm really excited to get the 10. And look at that, man, and just give it a go. What a badass concept so far. See, this is the kind of stuff that I'm really excited to try, you know? Completely custom content with something that really nobody's ever thought of before. Like, that is, oh my god, a brand new ability already? Flay Corpse. Consume the target corpse, healing you 2% of your maximum health every second. Once a corpse has been flayed, it cannot be flayed again. Not usable on mechanical or elemental creatures or players. Generates 20 rage. Oh, that's what turns things into meat. I get it now. So this is a really good way to heal myself. And I can potentially use it on players in battlegrounds too. Again, that is 2% of my maximum health every second for 5 seconds. That's 10% of my health over 5 seconds. That's really good. I can't wait to try this, man. man, in PvP specifically, but this makes me like the ultimate farming class. I mean, Flay Corpse and Flames of Zoroth for AoE.
Wow.
Look at the debuff on Flames of Zoroth. It's just absurd. 40% slow, 30% spell haste on that. That's crazy. Okay, so the cooldown of Meat Cleaver actually went down to 3.35, and that's as a direct result of Herald of War reducing its cooldown by 33%. That's pretty sick, but I guess the drawback is going to be when I get another type of Herald, I might not get something like that, and my Meat Cleaver is going to be a little bit slower to get off. We'll have to keep that in mind in the future, but I'm really liking how this class is panning out so far. Okay, level 7, and guys, Infernal Strike deals only 80% weapon damage, but get this, if the target is affected by Flames of Zoroth, the ability will deal additional fire damage, right? Every 4th use of this ability within 10 seconds, and again, it costs 30 rage, instant, no cooldown. So every 4th use within 10 seconds will call down a molten Hell Rain, dealing fire damage to enemies in the area for a short time. Guys, we have to test this. Wow, I'm actually really lucky. I'm over here stacking this. Some dude just challenged me to a duel. Maybe we can get it off on him. Right, there we go. Flames of Zoroth. We can just keep going. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that was. I did dominate this guy though. Okay guys, I'm level 11 and we got some pretty cool new abilities. The first one is essentially a way for me to become a tank with this class. So I read you guys Herald of War, but say hello to Herald of Defiance. This increases my threat with physical and fire attacks by 25% and allows for Hellish Rebuke to trigger 2 additional times. This also increases my parry rating and block rating by 30% on my strength. This looks like it would be a really good sword and board build, but considering how 2H parry tanks work on live and the fact that this does increase your parry by the same amount that the talent that makes parry tank work does on live, and I mean the normal Ascension servers when I say live, it looks like a 2H parry tank might work too. It also says in addition, whenever you take damage, you just straight up generate 5 rage. But the ability we got that we can actually use is Hell Scream. You can see it like this. The Hell Scream ability not only looks sick, but it increases my attack speed by 40% and heals me for 2% of my max health every 1 second for 5. The exact same way Flay Corpse does. So this also solidifies me as like this ultimate farming class. It also has an additional thing based on something called Pestilence, but I haven't gotten anything like that yet, so I'm not sure what it does yet. But yeah, pretty freaking sick class. I'm really liking this. This almost feels like it should be my main already. And I've had some cool encounters with other classes, guys, but this, yeah, this is pretty sick. Wow, I just got to level 12 off that, and I got Hellish Rebuke. This will trigger 2 extra times with the Taunt spec. The next enemy to deal damage to you is struck with a blast of hellfire, dealing 43 to 50 fire damage. That's really cool. Look at that. So it's like you're putting a fire shield on you. It's just a buff, and again, the next guy is going to take a pretty big chunk of fire damage. You know, to give you an idea, 43 to 50, let's say 40 damage right now, that's about 8% of my health, roughly, just throwing a number out there. That's no joke for, you know, a completely passive ability. And it's not just good for the tank. This is good for DPS too, for PvP at least, right? So I will take it. This is super thematic too. One thing you can't lie about is that they have gotten the class fantasy down-packed, perfect, wonderful, love it, wouldn't change anything about the class fantasy, from the icons, which are a big deal, to the way things actually look in play, to the names of the abilities, to what they actually do. Every time I play a class on here, I am enamored by the class fantasy that they have actually created. It's amazing. It's genuinely a pleasure. All right, let's keep leveling, guys. I'm very interested to see what this class is going to give me. I can't even believe I did that. All right, I'm level 14, and we're going to do our very first dungeon with the character. I do suspect that this character will do pretty solid DPS as a direct result of Flames of Zoroth, and we have the Skada to be able to check it and see how we stack up against the other DPS right now. I got one other ability since the last time you saw me, but it's not going to be helping me right now because it turns out I have a taunt. I taunt the target to attack me, but it also increases my threat generation by 100% for 6 seconds. I do like that. I'm personally of the mindset that tanks should focus more on damage mitigation and mechanics and less on threat generation. I think, honestly, that should be mostly a gimme, if not entirely. That's just me, but RFC will be our very first dungeon, and that should be level 15 as well by the end. Alright guys, we are in a Necromancer, a Demon Hunter, a Guardian, and a Sun Cleric. Pretty cool group, and the DPS is pretty solid, as I predicted. I will say, there's this one person, the tank, the Guardian, I should have known, who is just pulling so much DPS. I mean, for God's sakes, it's the tank, and they're pulling more DPS than me. But hey, I actually did come in first at the end there. You know, I have some long cooldowns, like the Flames of Zoroth at 15 seconds and stuff like that, but for only having 3 abilities, you'd be surprised at how smooth it all feels. You know, I'm level 15, I have plenty of stuff yet to get. Yeah, it's basically Flames of Zoroth, and you just spam the Infernal Strike, because you'll always have the rage you need. You basically have a permanent anger management arms tree talent with the Herald of War we have. That's pretty good. See, first place DPS again. So yeah, it's just Infernal Strike when you can, Meat Cleaver, and Flames of Zoroth immediately. Reason being is we can't really wait to stack up the Deathfire right now. We're gonna have to wait till we get a better way of gaining those little Deathfire combo point type things, right? But we can get off, like, what, 5 meat cleavers? So that's 50% more damage. That's not bad. I have a bunch of much better gear to use as well as some I sent over from my Necromancer. So I really can't wait to see this guy at maybe, like, max level for the BG bracket with some really good gear. I really do think it's going to dominate. Look at this. Oh, God, it's satisfying. It's actually not quite the same animation as Dragon's Breath. It's a little bit different, and it's better. I think it's better. All right, Meat Cleaver, Flames of Zoroth. There we go. Just spamming Infernal Strike. Now, look at that guy's DPS. What are you? That was the Necro. He had so many summons. Oh, yeah. Look at that. The Necro's sick. It's still sick. And they actually buffed it, by the way. They buffed it after my second video that I did on it. And they did what I asked, which was actually kind of crazy. And it turns out it's a pretty good change. They actually put a runic power generation ability on one of the dots. And as you saw at the end of the second video, they did buff the runic power generation on the chill touch towards the end as well. From what I saw playing my Necro, your runic power is really not an issue anymore. And they also increased the cast time of chill touch. The only thing they didn't do was add a small slow to it, which, if I'm honest with the other changes, turns out to be just fine. So the good thing about that is that it's alpha, right? So we need to test things. It could have turned out that those weren't good. It just happened to be that they were. But I'm just glad that they're open to it. One thing that we do know about Blizzard is that once they as a company seem to make up their mind about where something's going to go, even if it's proven time and time again in the alpha and the beta that it's a bad system. I'm looking at you, BFA Azerite Armor. I'm looking at you, basically everything about Shadowlands, but specifically the entire Covenant system. Yeah, they don't listen. They don't care because they decided it was better and that, you know, we're not good enough to think better than they are, right? So they must always be right. Well, guess what? One thing I love about the Ascension team is that they listen. They listen to the community, man. It's sick. It is absolutely sick. Oh, guys, we just got to level 16 and we got a crazy ability. Imprison banishes an enemy, preventing all action, but making it invulnerable to all spells and attacks for up to 20 seconds. Only one can be banished at a time. It says if you imprison a non-elite demon, you trap its soul, causing it to be resummoned by your Hellgate ritual spell, which I'm assuming I get later on. Fails on exceptionally powerful demons. Interesting. Now, what I do know about Imprison is that, well, first of all, I don't know why I'm not just sacrificing myself in the lava right now. Teleports me to the beginning. But anyway, Imprison is incredible, right? Because what you can basically do is lock someone straight up out of a fight with no fear of anybody breaking it, like with a normal CC. However, it does have a 1-second cast, and you can potentially screw yourself. You could lose a kill. You could troll somebody. I mean, I'm not saying you should. I'm saying you could, okay? Which is not a good thing. Right? Because if you're in PvP and somebody imprisons a target you're about to kill, and then let's say you die and they live, I mean, that's just a feel-bad moment. That's no good. But overall, it's a sick ability, and I honestly cannot wait to use it in PvP. crap. What a comeback, man. We were down in every way, and I was 1v2 at the beginning of this BG. And now we are about to 5-0 cap them. Large thanks to me 1v2ing them multiple times. This is sick, man. Oh my god. Just look at the damage. Alright, she's gonna die. Oh, she healed a bit. I guess DHs can heal. Alright, you're dead. I don't want this guy over here to help me. He didn't even get any damage off. That was all me. I'll take it. That's nice. That is so nice. We're gonna 5 cap. Me and Dark Skellies, who listened to every single call I put in BG chat. He is the silent hero of this whole thing. Literally unwinnable without him. Wonderful. Look at it. It's beautiful. Watch the points go up so fast. 660, 690. Ooh, 720. Yes, my friend. GG. GG. Alright guys, I just got into a losing BG. I'm put on the Alliance side, you know, it's Merc mode. So we're going to go ahead and try to see if we can pull ahead here and bring our team to victory when we're already behind by 2. Oh, here's 2 people. Jesus. Look at the damage. Okay, he's going to kill himself, right? No, okay. Dead. GG. Did the other guy die too? Look at this guy. Oh my god, he has balls of steel. Oh. Okay, GG. Alright, so far so good. Honestly, there's like no opposition. It turns out I'm the level 18 of the game. There's nobody as high as me. Like this guy. Watch, watch, watch. I'm gonna heal myself with Hell Scream. He stopped. Oh! Pyromancer. He stopped moving though. So I can get all my stuff out on him for free. Dude, the Pyro has crazy damage, man. Look at that! He's gonna get it! What? What? Bro, the flag. What the what? Guys, I actually don't know what to say about that. I'm kind of sorry you had to see it. But I gotta be honest, like, it has to go in the video. I'm kind of dumbfounded. Is this not Warsong Gulch? Or is this Call of Duty Team Deathmatch? That was a perfect pickup moment. I don't even, I'm lost. I'm lost for words. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry. That's about all I've got for you guys. I'm sorry that you had to see it. Anyway, okay guys, this game was irredeemable. There was nothing. Trust me. There was nothing I could do to turn this around. I thought there was, but unfortunately a 1v3 just doesn't seem possible, and that is the current matchup right now. It is the current matchup. Not even level could carry me here, man. Okay guys, level 20 with a very broken brand new ability. I'm not really sure how they justify this one, but it might not be as good as I think, but it looks really freaking good. And that's Mutual Agony. 40-second cooldown, 10-yard range. You afflict the target with a demonic curse, causing 30% of all damage dealt to your allies within 10 yards of the target to be dealt to them as well. In other words, if you're in a team fight, that guy is dead. Instant. Okay, just gone. So that's really crazy. So one thing I've definitely learned about the Knight of Xoroth is that it is not a Death Knight. You know, in World of Warcraft, a Death Knight uses frost magic, unholy magic, maybe blood magic. But in here, we're getting a Knight of Xoroth, which is a melee that uses hellfire, okay, with abilities like Hell Scream, Infernal Strike, and even Flames of Zoroth. And on top of that, we're getting something that is truly attempting to conquer that Diablo kind of niche, which is a true hell, right? It's things that are trying to focus on this true, more traditional concept of hell with things like meat cleaver, flaying corpses, again, the hellfire, but also defiance, imprison, mutual agony, right? Snarl. I mean, they're really trying to make you as much of a beast as they possibly can. You know what? I'm just going to imprison this guy. Have a good day, friend. See ya! See ya! Master Sergeant Mitch. But yes, it is truly living a great class fantasy here. If you wanted to be an actual Death Knight, you know, one that focuses on, again, meat cleaving and hell, well, then you found the right class, right? It's incredibly strong, and I'm seeing clear-cut weaknesses. First of all, I don't have a gap closer. I will end up getting a chain, I think. I've seen other Knights of Xoroth do this, but they have a chain that pulls people towards them. That's pretty sick. I do like that. But it's kind of like the Death Grip. It's different, but it is kind of like the Death Grip. That dude just soul shocked me as like an F you because I imprisoned him. What are you, a Reaper? Okay, they heal for a lot. There we go. That's it. That's the big damage. We're just going in on the Infernal Strike. That's mine, by the way. That's my Hellfire. Uh-oh, he's running. Let's low tier. I had the trinket, bro. Hey, I'll call it a win for me. Level 21, by the way, guys. But yeah, as I was saying, we've got yet another class that is wholeheartedly living out the class fantasy for us. And that's pretty sick. Definite hats off to the Ascension team. I'm curious, what do you guys think of the Knight of Xoroth? I do think that my next couple of videos are going to be me playing on the Alar server. We're going to get another character going. We're going to do more high risk, okay? And we're going to get back on the Titanic Mutilator, or any character for that matter. And we're going to try some mythics at some point as well. These are things I need to do before New World comes out, because then on the 9th, there's going to be some more New World content. And then as you can see, the way this thing tends to go is we binge something that is brand new and that is really exciting, and then we'll start to level out and then kind of start mixing everything. So I hope you guys are prepared for a lot of varied content, most of which will probably be high risk PvP, less of which will be these types of playthroughs. But of course, I've still got to go through all the classes, so be prepared to see all of them as well. The alpha is always changing, and there's a lot of different things to play. But one thing I do want to do is go ahead and go over the giveaway for the Alar server. So let's go ahead and do it from the last video, the Tinker video. Wow, 684 comments, guys. Let's go ahead and random it off. Let's see who's gonna get it. Ian, Viola, Sun Cleric, and Cultist. Well, Jesus, now I'm gonna have to boost those up towards the top of the list for the next classes I show. P says, P.S. Love your content. Well, thank you so much, man. If you have a character on the Alar server that you want me to send that chest to, please go ahead, leave me your in-game name. I will message you. I'll leave a comment, rather, in response to the comment that you have right here, and you can go ahead and pick that up. Congratulations, dude. Anyway, yeah, guys, I wanted this to be a way longer video. Don't get me wrong. I even had a whole slew of other clips. I had a Craig video I wanted to show you guys. I had a Barbarian playthrough I wanted to show you guys, but I just wasn't satisfied with the quality of the clips. And you know what? It does happen sometimes, right? So I tried my very best. I no-lifed for a really ridiculous amount of time that I just don't even want to share with you guys until I could get this video out, just get something out. You know, the Knight of Xoroth is incredibly strong. You guys wanted to see it, 31% of you, and that's thousands of you, okay? It's no small feat. So you know what? I thought, why not? Let's just go ahead and do it. That'll be the Monday video, and then tomorrow you can guarantee you're going to see some high risk. So you know what? Hopefully you can look forward to that, and you liked what you saw here with the Knight of Xoroth. Man, it's just so sick. It really, really is. You know, all I'm really missing, obviously, is that way to close a gap, right? And I know I'm going to get it eventually, so that's pretty sick as well. The alpha right now, because there's such a high barrier for entry, has so few players unless you play during peak, that it does make people like me, who are trying to play a lot, have a much more difficult time, especially when you're trying to get content that's good and not boring stuff, right? And that's obviously the goal. So I hope you guys understand why I'm going to be doing some Alar content for a bit, and then we'll do some New World. I hope you guys will continue to support me with all that, by the way, because you're making my life a dream right now, so I do appreciate that. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like and to subscribe. And if you're excited for some more high risk coming out tomorrow, give this video a like. Let me know. I'm really, really excited to give it to you guys. Well, that came out wrong, but I think you guys know what I mean. Anyway, if you enjoyed it, like I said, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Mcdoubles out.